And let's see. It looks like we got some people on Facebook. No. Hi, Aaron. And hi, Mom. Hi, Gettysburg, ma'am. Okay, good. I can see you now. Yay.
Good. Aaron first out of the gate?
Aaron is the first out of the gate.
Hey.
Yes. I know.
Oh, like
if
that,
only there was a prize.
Oh, geez.
But thank you for joining us.
Our fabulous no
All
prizes.
right.
You get to see us.
All right. And we're not there on YouTube yet, but they're always a little behind. Hello. Bring me those bubbles, please. I'm ready to start drinking right now. How is everyone?
I guess I could join you.
Woo. It's been a week.
It's been something or other.
The show is, oh, thank you, Aaron. You're
by the way,
sweet.
I'm not condescending
Hi, Julie.
to join you. I'm just, I was just taking care of a few things. I was a
Hi,
little behind
Eric.
myself.
It's so good to see you all. Hello, Peter. It's so good to see all of you.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
I'm ready for a drink right now.
We're talking Hollywood. You said,
Hi, Lisa. Good to see you.
You actually revived a classic from a few years ago, and we're talking about some rosé bubbles, and we got some.
I could say,
so we're kind of thinking, like, how about a lot of bubbly drinks? That sounds very Hollywood, doesn't it?
Errol is here too, and Alan and Elizabeth. Good to see both of you.
Yeah.
Eric, it has been a week. I agree. Oh, God.
And guess what? We're at, like, what, hump day?
And it's only Wednesday.
Like halfway through the week? I mean, some people, like, if you're at Kelly time, you're like, oh, well, hell, my day is just finally ending. It's only halfway done. Jeez.
Why is this? How do I get rid of this?
What is this business? Subtitle options. No.
I know. I'm trying to get rid of it.
I don't care.
Options. Get rid of this. Oh.
Oh, well.
Oh, Gettysburg Ma'am says hi, YouTube friends. So good to see all of you.
Hello.
Hi, Dean.
Hey, Dean.
Good to see you.
Yep.
Wait,
Also,
Eric
life.
says,
Yeah.
it's weird watching you while it's still light outside.
Yeah.
I know.
Isn't that kind of funny?
Yeah.
We're at that point, and of course, here we are, like a third through of May. So, yeah, we're really closing in on that maximum daylight day now, aren't we? I'm not going to say longest day. The days are all the same length. But maximum daylight, yeah, that's going to be just towards the end of June now. Isn't that?
Actually, around the time of Ohana.
More. Here we are. Which means we're practically halfway through this year.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Good grief.
Don't say that.
Yeah. Well, you were talking about good old Mercury. And I think, you didn't believe it until a few years ago when a spectacular confluence of things came together. And I still don't actually believe.
Oh, Gettysburg, ma'am. Eric is saying hello.
Do I believe that, the planet is the messenger of the gods? Yeah, and I believe in Minerva as well. But I also believe that golden lizards fly somewhere in sunshine, and I stand behind that. And the simple fact is that
if only they did.
If the planets controlled all that stuff, boy, more things would be going on, wouldn't they? I think like more people who are doing pretty negative things would get theirs, and they don't. So I just think that it's a great little thought, and it's a fun little thing. And it's a great little list of mythology. But at the end of the day, things get screwed up because people screw them up.
Gettysburg, ma'am, I agree. She says it feels like not long ago I was watching your New Year's show. I was just saying the other day, it feels like Christmas was maybe a couple of months ago.
Yeah, like 2.
Yeah.
Not more like 5. So.
What is going on? Anyway.
You notice that I'm not standing on the ceremony or waiting around. I'm just uncorking this baby.
That baby.
She wanted this like before, and I said no. I want that satisfying.
Would it be wrong to start drinking right now?
Audience loves that satisfying pop on there, don't you? Don't you agree? I do. I want to give it to you.
Errol watched Lisa's horoscope reading. So our Patreon patrons who patronize at the Vox Wino level get their horoscope read to them every week by Glendora. So he likes Glendora's as if sign.
Oh yeah.
I think I got that at Five Below.
It was that.
Do you have Five Below?
That or Home Goods. One of those.
No, it was Five Below.
You think it was Five Below?
I remember that.
As if, it's kind of great. I do enjoy that very much myself.
I love it.
It really says the point.
Errol, there are people who make like embroidered pillows and stuff. Like you would see beautiful designs of embroidery that have like pithy sayings on them. Yeah. I don't know who does it, but they're hilarious.
Hilarious stuff. It's it doesn't it?
Oh, Julie says there's a lunar eclipse coming up this weekend. I think that for me that's supposed to be good.
That should be fun.
I hope.
I noticed that we were at half moon the other day. It was a real tight half too.
Peter says,
and it was visible during the day.
Peter says it feels like time for a cocktail.
I just said that about Peter. Does it, Peter? Does it?
I love Five Below.
Does it really, Peter? Do you want to come over here right now and talk about that? You're here right now talking about it. And you're telling us we should do it. Well, you know what? Far be it from me not to listen to the audience. Okay.
Eric's stoked on horror enough for one day.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Okay. Here I am.
See you on the dark side of the moon.
Shh, just a minute. Ready?
Right.
Ready?
Yes,
I'm
ready.
Gotta listen. That's satisfying pop. Woohoo! Gotta love it. I decided that I could actually have this separate, but I'm just going to have to put it back in the bucket.
Oh, Aaron asked, how is the movie going?
In the bucket. Well, it's going. Oh, yeah. It's going.
It's going.
It's going.
It
is one of these things, how shall I describe this? This is one of those projects you start and you anticipate a whole sheet load of expenses because you're like, well, I know what that's going to cost, I know what that's going to cost. And then because you haven't done this, you go to a place that tells you what the budget looks like line by line. You say, oh yeah, I need to remember that, I need to remember that. And then when you start getting quotes on things like insurance, it's the figure is basically
10 times how much you thought it would be.
And you're thinking, okay, I'm a stooge.
Like,
what? But now I know, and so now I gotta find some more money. So that's the thing. At the bottom of this page here, you will see like how to possibly support our show. We have something called the Amazon store.
If you're gonna buy anything on Amazon, please buy it through our store.
Again, all you have to do...
Always at least double what you think you should spend. I know.
Seriously. Follow the link.
It's crazy.
Go to Amazon. Follow this link right at the bottom there. You start at our store. You can take a look at the products that we have in our store, which is not our products.
Glendora says thanks.
Just a second. I just want to tell people how to do this sort of
thing. Oh, okay.
So the Amazon thing, because not everybody does this. Some people have really clued into this, which is great. And you just buy stuff on Amazon. You don't have to buy the stuff that's in our store. Anything you buy on Amazon, if you start at our store, counts towards us. And I'm like, I get a cut of that, and I don't even have that refrigerator on
our store.
That's the kicker. So that really helps. Over time.
Yeah.
You're going to need a lot of purchases and like a lot of high-ticket purchases are kind of great. I'm not telling people to go buy a car unless you're about to buy a car.
Hi, Jamie and Kat.
But it helps. So that's the kicker. And anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
So what else? We've hired a couple of people.
Yes, we have a couple folks under contract.
I'm always afraid people will be no-shows. Like, it doesn't matter how much you're paying them. I'm just afraid they won't show up. What else?
Isn't that a common feature of employment these days that certain large companies are finding people to get hired and just never show? It's called ghosting, and you think, what? How in the world does that work? And,
we have.
That's been the nature of it for a few years.
We have a location, but we have to get our insurance before we can lock it down. They have us on the schedule, but to be
locked and loaded,
so to speak, you have to get your insurance. So we're trying to get the insurance, and the insurance is Byzantine. I'll just say that.
Insurance is Byzantine. I did look at the schedule myself, and I understood about half of it, but then I just talked to the agent to figure out what all that was for. I'm like, okay, that doesn't make any sense according to the name of it, but I understand what it is now. So, yeah, things are named a certain way just by convention. We are literally under some policy called inland marine. I know what that means. It still doesn't make any sense that that's how it was written by the underwriter.
Thank you, Gettysburg, ma'am. Or
how it's going to be written by the underwriter, underwritten anyway. But there it is. It's bizarre, strange. Auto liability. I say that everybody here understands that. Homeowner, everybody understands that. Oil rig, terrorism. These sorts of things you understand as insurance products. And by the way, until about 20 years ago, there was no such thing as terrorism insurance. Now it's included in a lot of policies. Funny that, huh?
Thank you, Lisa.
Yep.
We appreciate it.
Oh, yes, thank you very much.
And Glendora thanks you about the horoscope.
She does, indeed.
Ari says, I thought about doing the William S. Burroughs horoscope. That sounds entertaining.
Well, that could be a big fun. So yeah, several people have actually been sending me messages saying, by the way, I've been buying stuff on Amazon. I bought vitamins. I'm like, were you going to buy those anyway? And you can find them on there?
You're going to buy them on Amazon.
If you're going to buy it, if you can find it there, if you're going to get that once or many times, it doesn't matter, and you go through our store, then we're going to cut. And you can find all sorts of cocktail products and fun things, kitschy things in our store, curated by this one over here, for you. It's all good stuff. You've seen our little cocktail umbrellas behind me. Yeah, these are our store. These are coming from Fred. These are little silicone umbrellas, totally impervious. You could put these on flame and I think they'd be fine. Well, the plastic would melt. Don't do that. But these are super cute and they identify your drink. And, you know, they're available in our store. So that's an
drink time.
But it's drink time.
I am going to make
Drinky 3.
A classic in honor of Rita Hayworth, died May 14th.
And we are very close to that moment, so here we are.
So, I am going to, I just want to look up one thing real quick.
Take your time. See what you need to do. Find a...
Want to just...
Find all of the appropriate bits.
All right. So, I am making one that's a Velveteen Lounge classic. That
real classic.
I call Put the Blame on Maine. And do you... Is this the winner?
Nope.
I need the winner.
3/4. Now, I did bring that in. It's here. There we go.
1 ounce of... I wanted to say Klacken.
The Klacken.
Kraken. Black roast. Oh, that's why. Because it's Kraken black roast.
I was trying to say that
Coffee
a few times.
rum.
I tell you. For a second, I thought you were going to say creme de, and I think, no, there's no.
And I haven't actually started the drinking yet. That's the irony.
Although there are a few liqueurs in here that kind of count as a creme de.
1 ounce of your Kraken black roast coffee.
Ooh, you've got just over 1 ounce, as a matter of fact.
Yep. Make more than one.
You asked earlier, do we have enough for a drink? And I said, yeah, and not much more.
This is, drain. You need to drain that and just put it in the recycle bin. That's ridiculous.
Seriously, folks, look at that.
And
time for another drag show. Anybody? Hint, hint.
1/2 ounce sour cherry liqueur. I'm using American fruits.
Actually, why am I doing that? These are featured behind us. There we go.
Oh, and I killed it.
Very reputable. Hey!
Another one for the recycle bin.
Perfect 1/2 ounce.
Oh, wow. It's as if we were meant to make.
As if.
Rita's cocktail. Pass that along, and I'll pass this along.
Glad to take off your hands.
And I can go back to the comments now.
Here we go.
10 dashes. Oh, Cracklin' Rose, get on board. All right. Oh, hi, Amy. Good to see you.
Well, hello to you as well.
Rita Hayworth did give good face, right?
She did. Good legs, too.
Oh, Lisa, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Yes.
And then 10 dashes. It calls for Aztec chocolate bitters. We don't have those, so I'm using these mole bitters from Dashfire.
Which are big fun, and they come with this little perfume bottle.
Yeah, isn't the bottle pretty?
It is a little pretty little bottle. It's a lot of
Dashfire.
They were
Hi, John.
Slightly dear, but they have a very nice flavor profile. They really put a lot of different spices. 11 herbs and spices go into the making of our bitters.
We're gonna and then fill with our chilled rosé. Actually, this isn't Prosecco, is it?
It's Les Années is actually French, so it's French sparkling.
French sparkling.
Whatever the hell you've got, it all works the same way.
Look at this.
Until this stuff becomes vintage champagne, then, whatevs.
It's just like Rita's black dress.
Yeah. Interesting.
Gilda. And with the black tinsel. We thought Tinseltown, so the little tinsel.
That kind of thing. Tinseltown.
Oh, thank God.
You see? She's been waiting.
Oh, thank God, I drank.
She's waited long enough.
I've waited long enough. Hi, Dan. Good to see you. Right? Oh, my gosh. And when I was at the liquor store today, they were out of the sour cherry. No.
Yeah, you know why? That's because Dan couldn't find it in his neighborhood and went to our store and bought them all.
No.
He didn't.
We live like 15 minutes from the
I make fun.
distillery, so it's fine.
We did. As a matter of fact, I remember providing some
I heard that
by going to the distillery because Dan couldn't find it locally. They were sold out.
Oh my gosh!
But I bought him a case by a crate. It's pretty fun to get that distillery because it's literally like, I don't know.
It's huge.
It's like 9 miles from the house or something, and it is extremely windy roads to get there.
Hi, Roberta. Good to see you.
Yay!
Jamie has a mixology question.
Okay.
About premature angusteurization. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Been experimenting with adding more bitters to my cocktailing and my bottle bitters are constantly blasting from the top of the bottle as I tip them up to dash into my beverage. Any suggestions on how to systematically shake aromatics into the glass without having them spritz all over the bar?
I've had that effect too. And it kind of doesn't matter what dash or top you got. Angostura has a proprietary top that's very narrow. You really get kind of a small dash, which is good. Some of these are just sort of like an opening in a bottle, and you know that is more or less control. It's probably less even. The best I can say is if you're trying to dash it into one of these, you have a very small target. So a wider mouth is good. I would definitely put it at an angle as if you're trying to pour bubbly in there and not make it fizz. And then I would very carefully like pour it over until you're up to pour, and then like sort of last minute hit the dash. That should help because I've had that effect. And certainly if you're using like the Fee Brothers Cranberry, which is extremely red, that will make everything look like a bloody mess. I mean, literally like...
Which is great at Halloween.
Carnage has happened here. And then it's dripping down your glass and all that. So I would say, yeah, that Fee Brothers bottle definitely has a tendency to blorp. I suppose part of the deal is that the bitters are probably intended to be put into your metal tin. And this is much wider. It's a bigger target. Boom, boom. Yeah, no big deal. Or you're behind the bar. But if you dash it into the glass, how to avoid that? Give that a try and see what happens. If your glass is really full, that's going to make it
mess. Aaron, thank you. Aaron said just bought a 10 by 10 tent from Amazon.
Hey, awesome. Thank you. That's kind of great.
I love it.
You mean through a store?
We had someone buy a refrigerator through our store.
Now, didn't that person note?
Yes, thank you, Aaron.
Didn't that person note? We're looking at a fridge.
Amy, absolutely. We'll run sour cherry to Ohana. Let us know how many you want.
We can do the booze run. Let us know. Let us know. Yeah, you will enjoy this stuff. And didn't that person who got the fridge say it's not in your store, but would you put it in your store? And we said sure.
Yeah, I'll put it in my store. Because it was a retro fridge, so now it's in our store.
So it's in our store, which is if it's appropriate to what we do, that's even better, right? So we bought it, and so we get a credit off of that. It's a higher ticket item. They're happy. Same old Amazon price. There's no premium. We don't get like 10% on top of that. No. This is just the same old. Like Amazon throws a little something at us.
Yeah, I usually put my bitters in while I'm shaking into the tin, but a lot of people do it just on top of the drink. So it's kind of personal preference, I think.
I am one of those guys, one of those kind of guys too, who will put bitters into a Mai Tai.
That kind of guy.
Drink doesn't call for it. Well, there's a whole story behind that, but I do like to put that in as a flavor note, and I will tend to mix a drink, put everything together, and dash it on top. And it just kind of hangs there and starts to disperse into the drink. So there's little special effects going on too. I like it. You don't have to use it, but again, there I'm dashing into the drink and I have to be careful. Exactly. It's a good question,
Oh, so regarding the film, I'm kind of proud of this. We need a shopping cart in the film. Well, actually, we kind of need 2 shopping carts in the film, but one is just like kind of part of the set. And it was spring cleanup week in our town. So we found one shopping cart in someone's trash, which Paul wheeled home.
It was a really long way home.
And I found another one for $30.
Pretty bone jarring to make that trek, but I did it. I did it for the sake of the film, baby. And then you found one just up on Marketplace, I think.
I did on Facebook Marketplace for $30.
A local fellow who basically collects like store display stuff.
We're buying a sign from him tomorrow.
We're buying a sign from him too. And he had this other cart, and it was kind of perfect. And they're mismatched by color, which is even better.
Oh yeah, because the store is so cheap.
So it's kind of great.
I liked. Aaron said you need to make a drink called the Your Thai.
Your Thai. Aha. Yeah, and it will feature my Thai.
What does Sylvia Miles cocktail involve?
Sylvia Miles. Oh.
My Thai, his Thai, her Thai. That's funny. I love that.
Everybody kind of Thai. What's a Thai? It's a Thai.
Just grab one from the supermarket and return it later. I'm such a goody two-shoes that way. I wish I had the larceny gene. I really do. Because Paul was feeling guilty. The one we found in someone's trash was from a store. And he was feeling really bad about it. And it was like, I'll tell you what, because we got it out of the trash. If your conscience is bothering you when we're done,
we'll return it to the store.
We'll take it back to the store.
We didn't take it from the store, but we'll return it to the store. We actually don't need 2 shopping carts, so that's great, you know?
Well, we need one. One that actually gets used, and one just kind of needs to be like where you would return shopping carts.
Yeah.
So.
Just kind of slip it back there after hours, none the wiser. It didn't take it. It was sitting there for the trash.
I didn't swipe it. Someone else did. It.
But I'm glad to use
like
it
that's like
as a prop that it is.
I feel like that's an ethical gray area, but...
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that too much online.
But I'm a low-budget filmmaker, so I gotta find ways to save.
And when you find it on the street and it's waiting for you there, as if like a big halo's over it, you just have to say,
"Hi, Adam."
And there you go.
Adam says some kind of Western Texas whiskey bolo tie.
Oh, there you're talking.
Oh, Amy said there was an abandoned shopping cart in front of my house. And I called the store and they came and picked it up. Yeah, maybe we'll do that when we're done. Well, or we can just go in the middle of the night and put it in our parking lot.
I don't want to be too conspicuous returning it in case somebody thinks that I'm the guy who swept it in the first place. Hey, I recovered it for you.
You could say, someone left one of your shopping carts in our driveway. They don't have to know that it was us who left their shopping cart in our driveway.
It was just in my driveway. It's in the way. Could you pick it up?
If you return it, then no harm. I know, and we're clearing their karma.
Hey, you know what?
Because we're not even the ones that stole it.
This baby's going to get cleaned, too. You know, it's going to be better than when it started.
Exactly.
Because those shopping carts,
clearing their karma
far from. Them. Anyway, speaking of which, here I am dry.
I know. I've got some fun drink names. We need to create drinks for this evening.
So you know what?
Oh, do you want one with a?
Oh yes, I do.
Festive boa on it.
Yeah, I forgot about the festive boa. Festive boas. First thing I'm going to do is put a cube of ice in it because I want this glass to.
Because it's like 180 degrees in here.
Warm today. It really temperature got up. I tell you, in the morning it was still cool.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about the weather.
Nope.
But it got hot in this house.
It got warm in this house later. I'm going to have to crack the window in the bedroom and leave it that way. There we go.
Oh, wait, what? Here says, a lot of modelers for sci-fi TV and films use all kinds of neat things to create spacecraft.
Yeah. Big fun. So what I'm going to do, let's see here. Okay, maybe I need to clean that out, so I'll use this other one over here. Give me about an ounce worth of...
What are you making?
Scotch. I was thinking Hollywood. Now, what do a lot of people drink in Hollywood? Well, champagne is...
You're just calling it Hollywood?
Drink of choice? No. I was thinking Hollywood, what a lot of people make in Hollywood. That's what I was thinking. What a lot of people do is just take a shot of scotch and go, drown the hatch. Drown the hatch, indeed.
Snort a pound of Coke?
Yep.
Ooh. With a cocaine rim.
So, ounce
I'm always late with this.
Boom.
Anyway.
So I'm going to put that in there and let that hang. Do we have the ginger bitters? We
yep.
do. Thank you.
We do.
Smart one over here.
All right.
There we go.
So, it was sound effects machines. Oh. And a controls engineer trying to shut up a customer long enough to answer him. I told controls guy, I'll get him a Mr. T sound effect with "Shut up, fool."
Shut up, fool.
I love that one.
Shut up, fool. We do own that one. That is from Archie McPhee, and it is well worth the purchase. We should put that in our store.
Oh, a Doctor Who thermos as a space vehicle. That's fun.
Oh, fun. Hello. The original...
Oh, I love that too, Elizabeth.
The original Star Trek series, the one from the 1960s, there were licensed toys. And we saw this whole thing about that on the TV. A lot of the toys were terrible. They were just nowhere near Star Trek. It was just some company rebadging stuff.
Amber Walker.
But then AMT, the model company, some of you guys have built this, some of you guys and gals have built AMT models, decided to do good repros of the Klingon ship and the Enterprise. And those were available. And the Trek crew actually bought some and used them as models. So... They were pretty good repros.
What about Untitled?
Untitled.
Jack
Smithy.
Untitled.
Don't need a title.
The Untitled Who Project.
Give me an ounce of scotch. Blended. I'm going to follow through on my threat and say, like, if I were in Hollywood, I would probably just pour a shot and drink it.
Who would...
That's not really a shot, I know.
Whose honor are you doing this in?
Jack Warner. Why not? He seems like
Untitled Jack Warner.
He seems like a Scotch kind of guy.
It's got to be an actor.
Oh, yeah?
So it'll be like the Untitled so-and-so project.
All right, fine. I'm going to do this in honor of Jack Warner, who probably did actually drink imported scotch.
We can just call it Jack Warner.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good to me.
Okay, so 1 ounce scotch.
Yep. About a third ounce of lemon. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And I gave it about 4 dashes of the ginger bitters. So you know, now it's a cocktail.
Mm.
It's really going to end up as sort of a tall mixed drink because of the nature of what we're doing.
Okay.
I still have that ice in there to make sure things stay cold, because I want this thing to stay quite there. And you know what? That's it. Fill top with your bubbles. That's it. The bubbles. This is a very familiar container and format that you've seen on the show. And we love this format, and we'll just keep using it. Okay. It's a great, great thing. It's unusual to use a scotch base in this, so I wanted to try it out and see where we got. Survey says?
I'm changing, put the blame on me to Rosé Spark.
That's quite all right.
Wine.
That really is.
I want to try it.
Yeah, we should would.
Quality control.
A QC. Well, QC goes a long way.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Isn't that good?
Yay.
Scotch is not necessarily the first thing you want to mix with.
Orson Welles.
Strong tones.
That's true. You could call it Orson Welles.
The Orson. Orson around? Yeah. Well, did he drink scotch and did he drink bubbles? That's the kicker. You kind of think that he's two fingers of really expensive stuff. There's a French wine.
Oh. I meant more. Oh. Dark Amaro. Yeah, well.
Black tie.
Yep, black tie. That sounds good.
Black tie party. Hey, now we're talking. Adam is like on a roll.
I kind of like the
black tie party
for that one, because it could go with the put the blame on me.
Now, Jamie, Scotch would be Robert Mitchum to my mind if I had just a rocks glass, one rock, and about 4 fingers of Scotch. Did we just blank out for a minute?
Did we?
Are we still there? It was flashing at me.
Are you seeing us?
I'm seeing me. I guess I'm good.
There's cherry syrup. I don't know that one. Okay. That sounds good, though.
So, yeah, I would think if it was just straight up Scotch, that's a Robert Mitchum. I'm not sure he'd go for all this sissy stuff like the bubbles.
What was Steve drinking when Slim walked in the door? Probably bourbon, some kind of whiskey.
Yeah.
It's got to be some kind of whiskey.
It's a whiskey. It's a whiskey. And it would be domestic whiskey, too. It's going to be rye. Probably rye. Yeah, that's what he's drinking.
Orson Around?
Orson Around.
Okay, we'll call it Orson Around. Get it?
Mm-hmm. Waiting for it. Yeah.
Orson Around.
Waiting for it? Got it. If you're thinking to yourself, gee, that kind of sounds like the title of a piece of music for the film Touch of Evil scored by Henry Mancini. Yeah, it might.
Did I spell Orson right?
Yes, you did.
Looks wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And who knows? Maybe I'm talking about Orson Bean. You can never tell.
Which is spelled the same way, though.
Maybe it's the both of them. Yeah, it is spelled the same way.
so whatever.
But you never know.
But
I bet Orson Bean would have had this cocktail here. He was a funny guy. So
I love all the ideas. Yeah, it would have to be whiskey. Everyone drank whiskey back then. Well, not everyone. They had martinis, but and brandy, after dinner when you're sitting around smoking a cigar. But
it's a little Thin Man era protocol about these things. Yeah. It's like they say in that very first picture with the Christmas party scene: cocktails and highballs, the long and short of it. That should be the short and long of it. But hey, whatever, it works. Highballs and cocktails, the long and short of it. What were people drinking? Tall ones.
Peter, this was affordable. This was cheap.
A shot with bubbles, some kind of bubbles, soda or ginger, and short ones.
Peter's saying you can still find an affordable, nice French wine. Yeah, this is French, and it was cheap.
It's not very much. It's a good stuff.
And it's getting the job done.
Do you have that sombrero? I would like to preserve some bubbles. I want to make sure that things don't
get bad. Yeah. Pardon me.
I'm keeping this baby cold by actually plunging it into the ice, which should help.
Here it is.
And I thought that's a good idea because the room temp right now is up. We're not anywhere near
the
summer temps, which are going to cause me to risk my sacroiliac by putting a large device into the window. Air conditioner is what I'm talking about. But we got fans going.
It feels a little early for the air conditioners.
It does.
I mean, it is beautiful today. I hope that
we're
continues.
In May. It's really, very recently, we just had these clammy days. Clam? Anybody? Clam?
Clam.
Like low 40s and rain. And, oh, man, you didn't want to be outside. And it was really just, that was lingering to the point where my seeds weren't coming up out back. And I'm like, come on, I'm trying to grow stuff here. But I think there's also a timing factor. The seeds know when to come.
The seeds.
The seeds. The seeds? The seeds? They appeared in a few motion pictures. So.
Oh, I planted some seeds, but I keep forgetting to water them, so I'm probably going to die.
Is it going to rain tonight? Because it looked a little cloudy.
No.
Okay. Maybe so. Not. Good. It could rain overnight, but in the morning I want it to dry out. So I can get out there and just hang. Oh, thank you. That was.
All right.
That was nice. So that was the Blame on Mame.
Gettysburg Mame. I love having the window open. I like to open the window. Two of our bedroom windows open to our tiki room, and I find that that's kind of perfect because it's an enclosed porch. Yeah. Just because I feel like if we open the exterior window, it gets loud sometimes.
You get some noise. Yeah. Without any question, you get noise happening. So, I'm enjoying the Orson around. I think that you would too, provided that you like the Scotch. If you're not a Scotch fan, you're not going to like it because I do taste it.
More Culling Orson.
But it's a simple
exactly. More Culling Orson.
Well, Orson. Come on, Orson. That's a good one. Nanu. There you go. I never used to watch that show, but I knew the catchphrases.
Oh, we did. Nanu, Nanu, and Shazbot. I can't even say Shazbot now with a straight face. But
what show was that a break off of? A spin off of? Anybody? Anybody? Not you.
I know.
You know. Yeah. Anybody? For no prizes.
Oh, the seeds were on the Munsters? That's hilarious.
They might have been.
They were on a lot of...
They were on they were definitely, because we own this, on the box set. The Mothers-in-Law, there's an episode with the seeds. And who
Office. In the world, I love Office Space.
Bewitched had Boyce and Hart on an episode.
Oh, yeah.
Another band.
Okay, you got it. David got... Hi, David. David got it. Happy Days. Amy got it. All right, they know. Yeah, they know.
They know. I'm just testing.
Seems like everything was a spin-off of Happy Days.
A lot was a spin-off of
Mary Tyler Moore or one of those shows.
And Happy Days itself was a spin-off of which series? Anybody? Anybody? You know. There you go. This is like, here's your rock trivia and your TV trivia night over there at the bar. If you hadn't been able to do that for a few years, we'll give it to you right now.
Yeah, Eric got it too.
Boom.
Oh, you feel like a bad copy of myself.
Xerox people.
I know, man.
Big fun, big fun. Still looking.
Love American Style.
Thank you, David.
Oh, yeah, Peter got it. Everyone got it. You all got it.
You know what you're talking about.
We should know better than to even ask.
Fall 1973 episode called Love and the Happy Days. It's actually, it looks exactly.
The episode's great. Have you seen it? It's a
good episode.
Really great episode.
Okay, piece of trivia number 3. The father was not, Howard Cunningham was played by a different actor. Anybody? Very different actor, as a matter of fact. Mm-hmm. Was not played by Tom Bosley in the Love and the Happy Days episode of Love American Style. Anybody who can name who actually played Howard? Let us know. That's another piece there. For some reason, the trivia is on my mind tonight. A lot of nights I'm here going, reaching for a name.
PC Load Letter. PC Load Letter would be a great drink name.
It'd be great. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
We could do a little.
Oh, Dean got it too. Oh, Robert. Hi, Robert.
Boom.
Robert got it too.
Oh,
Dean. Yeah, everyone got it.
You're right on topic. Oh, yeah, I've just got to say, just for the record.
Oh, how I long for a Joni Loves Chachi remake.
There are so many reasons why I do not, and for your sake, I hope that you don't either. In a real sense. But if you're feeling it, you must go with your muse, and I leave it to you, my friend.
Love American Style, now known as Tinder.
Jeez. Just for the record, I want to say PC Load Letter. What the bleep does that mean? So.
Oh my gosh, has anyone been watching the show on Netflix about the history of swear words?
Oh, hosted by Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. It's really funny.
It's pretty funny.
Each swear word has its own episode.
Its own unique, one episode and own unique history. He goes into detail about the F-bomb, and he has a funny bit.
Yes, Peter, you are correct. Cow cells.
I don't think they sang it on the show, but they performed it.
Yeah.
It's definitely on their hits record, and we heard them play it live.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do a great version. I don't know why they didn't use the cow cells on the show.
I don't know. It's like super spastic on the show.
Yeah.
The cow cells version is a little more mellow.
It sounds a lot like the cow cells.
Yeah.
Well, it's very poppy and up-tempo, like you would expect. They still tour, as far as I know. There are 3 of them that are still around to do so. And if you see them live, they are a hell of a lot of fun. They tell great stories. Beauties. So
I've seen Blansky's Beauty.
Oh, geez, yeah. We've seen an episode of Blansky's. Yeah, could we have?
I love
Did that even have a full season? Just asking. So.
I thought Twilight was a Joni Lo's Chachi remake. Oh, you're cracking everyone up about the Joni Lo's Chachi.
We're really working a lot of television tonight and not the movies, but I got to tell you, it's all made in Hollywood.
Jamie,
so
you're killing the people with the Joni Lo's Chachi reference.
It's all made in Hollywood, you know. It came from Hollywood. It couldn't have come from anywhere else. We're gonna have to work on that one because I think we can definitely over.
I'm trying to decide. I have 2 drink names that I want to fulfill the promise of.
End of one.
I think I'm going to start with the Drama Queen. All right, in true Mercury retrograde fashion, my hair's falling out.
But of course. Well, in true Hollywood fashion, you need hair and makeup to come by and take care of you. Touch. I've actually been on the other side of that, and yeah, they come by. They're great.
Oh, it was the Standout. Oh, it's the Standouts on the Munsters.
Standouts!
Yay!
Okay.
All right, we love them too.
I was about to say, the Munsters were a little early for the Seeds. Like, they were probably hitting exactly at the point where the Munsters went off the air. And also, the Addams Family was a little earlier, too. A lot of these, like, those great monster shows, they had 2 seasons in them. And you think, yeah, they could have run for a lot longer. These days, they would run for a lot longer. On various streaming places. You can just run this thing for a long, long time. But even the original Star Trek was 3 seasons and out of there. You know, it just didn't get its audience at the time. So.
Oh, Elizabeth says, Mom, you'll be interested in this. Elizabeth says, speaking of Rita, I still can't believe her and Orson Welles. Right? I know.
Well,
it's like the Beauty and the Beast.
He was
Myrna Loy and the Thin Man, Lisa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Orson was the wunderkind of the moment, and she was the hot property of Columbia Pictures, outside of the Three Stooges. I got to say that despite his best effort, she still danced better than Mo. So, yeah.
Errol says, Lisa and I were in Venice. A Scottish guy approached us and said he detected an accent south of the Mason-Dixon line. I asked, was from the B-52 load of F-bombs my female co-worker just dropped. Jeez.
Hilarious.
Oh, Rita and Orson to Dita Von Teese and Marilyn Manson. Yeah, sort of.
Well, that's an interesting sort of mashup there, when you think about it. And I got to say, we've been south of that line within the past year, and
hi, Laura.
You hear a few F-bombs. You think it's a very polite society, and it's like, yeah, well, people let it fly. That's just the way it is.
The coasters need a shootering session. I'm not talking about simple syrup. All right.
Oh, boy.
So I have one on the list.
You got a thing?
But
hit it?
I think I'm gonna hit.
Would you like to give dictation and all that?
I would.
I'll take dictation.
I would. So I'm going to call this one.
Put this on the side for safety's sake,
the
folks.
Drama Queen.
Drama Queen. Now there's a name that I thought half of this one is going to light up on immediately.
I think I need
not all.
I think I need some vodka, simply to up the alcohol content.
Well, there we go. Vodka.
Although
is available.
maybe I want tequila.
I'm giving you a cube. You can dump that cube once things are cold. That's okay. It looks a little insouciant. I'm just saying. And we'll swirl your glass to get things cold. That's how it's.
I'm wondering if I want to do whiskey.
In fact, what the hell? Let's give you a lot of cubes. Dump this before you go. Let's get this thing cold.
No,
That's how the bars do it.
I gotta do vodka.
That's how the bars do it. We were just at a venerable bar that does do that. They just got martini glasses, cocktail glasses lined up on top of the bar full of ice.
That was sardines.
When they're ready to go, dump the ice and mix your drink and toss it.
All
so
right.
your glasses
Here we go.
get and stay cold.
All right.
That's a great thing to do.
Okay, so you can give me an ounce of vodka.
I can. I mean, that is on here. She's going to have to give her an ounce of vodka.
And half ounce passion fruit liqueur. This one's called the Drama Queen. A splash of creme de violette.
Oh, there's a fun thing to do.
fill with your...
If only my keyboard would allow me to give that
chilled
funny thing over the E.
Rosé.
It did. Oh,
sparkling wine. Okay. Which one of these is this an ounce? Now that's got... I need something that's an ounce that doesn't have Kraken black roast in it.
Be right back.
Because that's just going to overtake the drink.
No.
All right, while he rinses that out. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind. There are some Scots that cannot say purple burglar alarm. Oh, the Thin Man. I love the Thin Man. We have a big Thin Man poster on the other side of the room. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, here it says, in a previous call center job, it was hard for, during your normal renewal month, to come out fast from my mouth. Oh, the idle rich 30s movies. They're the best. I love them. Mm. Drama queen, paging Joan Crawford. Exactly. Exactly. All right.
There's an extremely...
Gotta catch up on...
There's an extremely tired bit of analysis that states that there are so many of those idle rich pictures because it was a depression and ordinary people needed...
The Beauty and the Brain. Okay.
Ordinary people needed a state.
I can live with the Beauty and the Brain for Rita
and
person.
They were just... Like again, I was saying, there's an extremely tired bit of historiography that says, oh, people in the 30s in the Depression, ordinary people, went to the movies to see idle rich pictures because they needed escape. And I think, blah, blah, blah. It's more fun to see people who have a lot of money throwing it around than like somebody who looks like you. You want to like do a picture about a guy who works in the supermarket? Big deal. Give me some folks who will have a lot of money to blow and they're blowing it.
If something amazing happens to him, then
well, something amazing. There are some pictures I can name that feature sort of ordinary people, but some of them are very, very touching. There we go.
I want to add...
But hey.
I want to change something in here. I'm going to change the splash of creme de violette or spalch, as you wrote.
Spalch. I wanted a spalch, actually.
I'm gonna change it to Campari.
Okay. I could have typed that, by the way.
That's all right. I got
it. To allow you to actually do what you're doing.
You were.
My job is to actually...
Oh, look at that.
My job is to be the secretary.
It's like psychic phenomena.
Yeah, it is. Funny. She had a featherlet there that was just attached to the bar.
No, this is moving along the bar without my help.
Yeah, it is. Let's see, we have wind going.
We've got a fan going. The bar is damp.
Yes,
so
that's going to happen.
But it is moving by itself.
You ever stick like a damp glass down or a cold glass down and it starts to condense and it starts to move? Because the liquid underneath it starts making it go.
So that was 1 ounce of vodka, ½ ounce passion fruit liqueur.
Here.
I'm going to do a splash of Campari. And then fill with my bubbles.
So this counts as a cocktail because you have the bitters. There you go.
All right.
Combine and flute, fill with sparkling wine.
Hurry. Just a little.
Sparkling wine.
Just a little.
That's splasho.
All right.
That's a blorp.
There we go.
That's what I call a splash.
Now that's what I call a splash.
It shouldn't be like pour. Yeah, I've seen people do that on TV with their liquor show, and it's like, that was half a cup, not a splash. Yeah, you named her. I wasn't going to, but the simple fact is that our co-creators here on the airwaves, I don't want to denigrate, but that was not a splash, folks. That was a splash.
All right. The drama queen. Let's see what we think.
Working around.
Look at the haunted bar.
Ah, absolutely.
I love it, Lisa. It's like a movie. The Case of the Haunted Bar. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Oh, yeah.
I love all the comments.
Classy, sassy, alcoholic amateur detectives. Let's see, the CSAADs, CSADs, somebody would make that an acronym. Purloined shopping carts. Well, we're not going to make that picture, but it'll be close. It'll be close. So close.
A movie about purloined shopping carts. I'm sure someone's doing that.
Been done. Oh, excellent.
I love it, getting for ma'am. Oh, setting up the screen. We love that so much.
Yeah, I'd visit that. We did that. We've done that in the backyard. It was creepy theater because I, a while ago, borrowed a bunch of all of these Castle films from a buddy who collected all the horror pictures. So we have fantastic amounts of really cool, like 400 feet worth of horror pictures on Super 8. And we just did a whole big blast of things. Once I got a projector working again, because I found one on my birthday in 2018, and Was it an Elmo? It's an Elmo, yeah. Great machine. Really solid. The belts are all shot. Replaced them, got them to work. Had a lot of fun. And then last Halloween, I thought I'd do the same out front for all the kids visiting. So I had all these films going.
And I added a splash of fresh lemon juice because I juiced a ton of lemon and we haven't used any of it yet. So
I used some.
Oh, you did?
I used some.
Okay.
So.
Is that in your recipe?
It is. It should be.
Okay, it is.
Yes, it is.
All right.
You know, I forgot to add a twist. Woo. I really should have added a twist to that one. That would have been good.
Do it.
Add a twist. I will add a twist right now.
Garnish with a twist.
Go. Thank you.
Garnish with a twist.
Do lemon twist. If I can get my fingers on the right keys, we can be perfectly fine.
Is hard.
Can't do we? No need for periods. This is not complete sentences. There we go.
I do periods.
I do not. In that context.
I go back and add them later.
But I do punctuation where it's required.
Also capital letters.
And I tell you, there are certain people watching who are driven completely insane when folks will actually make plurals and throw in apostrophes. Don't do it, folks. Just don't do it. Not necessary. Not required. So.
All right.
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Excellent. Well, that's a fantastic idea. I think we can ape that action because we also have a projector screen. And the most important thing, which you know, the software. Exactly. If you have nothing to show on it, then you're totally toast. Some folks, they'll be like, I found a projector. Now I need to find movies. Where do you find the movies? Well, there are sources today. Some of them cost a lot. Some of them don't cost so much. It can be done.
So much better.
There we go. Oh, I haven't tried this one. Yeah, so this is the one. This is a vodka base. We don't do a lot of vodka drinks on the show.
No, I only did the vodka to up the alcohol content, to be perfectly honest.
If what
I wasn't trying to add flavor.
If what you're trying to do is kick up the alcohol content, then vodka is your way to go. Without actually adding other flavors, vodka is the way to go. That's it. It's still, in this country, required to be basically flavorless. That's about to change, I think. I think that certain other things are creeping in on that. And, of course, there's all those not flavored vodkas, but infused vodkas, traditionally.
I used vodka from Rhode Island Distillery.
Very nice product.
Very good.
If you're a vodka martini fan and you like to support a local distillery, and this happens to be LGBT owned, I think, well, it's a fun thing to support these days. That's an increasing category. They're making excellent product, and you can visit the distillery. It's right on the river in Pawtucket, I believe. Good old industrial town there. Pretty Rust Belt town for a long time, but you know what? All those factories are starting to fill up with businesses. They have a great little tasting room that makes you a few cocktails. So.
They do. We done any candied? Oh, we have.
Yes.
Yeah, we've done candied ginger quite often.
Candied ginger, the starfruit we had recently that was preserved.
Oh my gosh, do we still have some starfruit?
Yes, we do.
We need starfruit in the Hollywood cocktails.
You want me to get a starfruit for you right now for this cocktail? I'll be right back. We also had
bring him over.
Those preserved.
Glad you reminded me.
Preserved hibiscus flowers. We had some in syrup, and we have some that are just dried. Well, they're pretty much candied. Yeah. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff you can do that are a lot of fun. We have some of those dried kiwi. Those are kind of fun in cocktails.
Yeah, we need.
Or you can even put a slice into it and just put it on the edge, like a slice of lemon.
Exactly.
So yeah, a lot of fun ideas.
Thank you for reminding me. I didn't even think of that.
Off my game.
Neither of us thought of it, but it's all right. You reminded us, so yay.
I gotta find it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. They're there somewhere.
Now he's got to find them in the pantry.
Definitely got them.
Those, what is it? What's that show called on Netflix with the home edit or something edit? They haven't come to our house. Maybe one day. Oh, did you have luck? He did. The dried starfruit. All right.
You know, Hollywood. Stars.
That wouldn't.
Da 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 da. That's screwy ballyhooey Hollywood.
Some of them are a little
desiccated?
No, like missing parts and whatnot.
Well, so are many Hollywood people. So there we go. Perfect.
In we go. Starfruit. In it goes.
Big fun. Makes things fizz.
Glad you reminded us.
Yeah. Smart folks.
Oh, candy gingery. It's great, right?
Candy ginger is a great thing to put into your cocktails. And specifically, what I made before with the scotch, that would have been a good idea.
How do you do that?
Ah.
I want to know how you do that, Lisa.
I would say that you're going to slice up the ginger and soak it in the syrup. Mm-hmm. And you might even boil that down a little bit. But you might be able to drop that on the folks right here, right now, because, hey, you're the one who made it. I can only speculate.
Or in the Facebook group. I don't know.
You take your pick.
I think that sounds amazing. Look, you can kind of see the star. It looks like a starfish, actually, but...
That sort of starfish thing going on. It's called starfruit for a reason. Ooh. It's kind of perfect to put into a Hollywood drink. I'm going to get a copyright strike just by singing, aren't I? I bet that's still in copyright.
No one cares about that song, probably.
No, I bet that's still in copyright. Big song.
If you're singing, like, I don't know, Beyonce or something, they'd care.
I can't sing The Boss. But you know what? I'm definitely going to get nailed for singing that. Well, look, until recently, if I sang Happy Birthday, I was going to get a copyright strike. I think that finally passed. So, what can I make? Because I'm out.
Do you want to make?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that. Let's make it expensive. Let's make it too much money.
So the other name I came up with, this is the Drama Queen. I also came up with a name for a drink, the Over Budget.
Over Budget.
Which I think really needs to be green, but...
I love that. There's a thing about over budget. Any big over budget movie, particularly those big epics in the 60s, had this huge scene with like 10,000 extras, and it's the 15th remake of Gunga Din, and there's this big climactic scene where they blow things up. That is the original money shot right there.
I want to know about this.
Because it cost all the money.
Ginger.
Yeah, interesting. Mm-hmm. Like to know. Could you sock me, please?
I did not take the bait.
Did it myself.
I didn't take the bait, did I?
Hey, I can do the joke setup and the delivery. But I'll set you up. But definitely. So let's, first of all, make this thing look expensive by putting it like a
green
flourishy sock on it. And it's green. Money shot. Bing, bing, bing. Going to throw some ice into this glass to get it nice and cold, because that's the idea. All right. You know, I'm going to throw even more ice, because I'll show you what I do with this kind of setup.
Oh, you're doing a cocktail glass, not a flute.
Cocktail glass, not the flute. I had a flute.
Gotta say flute like that. Flute.
Flute. I would do that. I would do a coupe. We have a really nice coupe. But it's not at hand, so I'm going to have to wait. In fact, we used to have two. One broke. You bought another one. That broke. I need to find another coupe.
Every time I go to the stores.
I need to find another coupe to match that coupe. I miss that coupe. It's a fun thing.
Need a drink called the Casting Couch. Lisa, you just named the next drink. Just saying.
I think we're going to get banned from Facebook for such language.
I know.
But you know what? I'd be glad to go down. That's a great idea.
Oh, no, you did not say that.
I didn't say go down on. Hey, jeez. You see, now we're going to get banned. Now we're going to get banned. So, hello. Let's make up something.
Anyway.
Let's get into trouble.
The casting couch.
The casting couch. This is not the casting couch. This one
is the over
budget. So what's the most expensive stuff we got kicking around over there?
Probably the Grand Marnier.
I will use that, but I'm not using it as the base of something. And what's my most expensive base kicking around here?
You want me to go find some expensive
Find some expensive hooch for me, will you?
All right.
Yeah, let's do that.
See what I can
do. Expensive.
It's not like we have a lot of expensive hooch.
Let's waste some money. Let's get into trouble, baby. Let's see what we got. Yeah, exactly. Facebook police. They come knocking. We have friends who they come knocking for with regularity. Our good friend Will Vajaro. He just likes to post interesting stuff, and he doesn't really mince words. And he gets into trouble for it. And he's like, "Sorry, banned again." I'm like, "Price you pay, whatever. Don't stop mincing. You know, don't actually mince words. Just say it like it is." Yes, exactly. Peter Sellers in the party. The whole description. Yeah, I was thinking of that at the time. It's ridiculous. It's really pretty funny. And you know, I've only recently started appreciating the party more. I think the problem that I've had with the movie is that I don't like his character that much. He's pretty irritating. And a lot of the dialogue they give him is just like not there. But the waiter. The head waiter and the waiter. are pretty hilarious. So, okay, it's really redeemed me on that. And I happen to like Blake Edwards' physical comedy. He does it very, very well. So there we go.
We don't have anything expensive.
Well, there's a thing about being man enough or close enough and man enough. And if you're one or the other, you can't do it. And if you're both, you're probably still going to fail. What can I say?
Here, I have an idea.
And the fact is, you know your limitations. And I'm not going to say, you are this way or that way. I'm going to say you're an upstanding citizen, though, because, hey, you're watching our show.
All right.
We can't do any of this without you.
I have an idea.
Oh, gold Schlager with the gold flakes. We do have gold Schlager.
Jeez. We do have that upstairs.
All right, what do we got?
I was thinking we could do like we could sort of make it green.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me. This might be horrible.
This is slightly priced up, but it's not very priced up.
All right, if we do some,
it's gonna be expensive.
Blue and some Galliano, blue and yellow equals green.
It's going to some funny places here. So gin drink, eh? A gin drink?
Facebook blue. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking a French 75-esque type item. Oh wait, but you're. All right.
I'm using a cocktail.
Okay, so a sour.
I'm still topping it with the
bubbles. Oh,
bubbles.
good, because you're gonna. Yeah. Okay, so if you use some lemon juice,
then
that will up the greenery.
And our mountain greenery, 2 ounces of your base. We happen to be using blue London dry gin. Boom.
Money shot reminded me of Peter Sellers in The Party.
Oh, I was just remarking on that.
I love it.
That's what I was thinking of when actually describing that whole business, because that's what they're taking off in there. I want to try this again.
Oh, no, don't stop, Lisa. She's cracking me up.
No,
all right.
No,
okay.
Never stop. Don't stop until you get enough. And when you've got enough, keep going.
Okay, how much gin did you do?
2 ounces.
Oh, boy.
We want to make this expensive, so we're actually going over budget.
You did the Bloom gin.
I did the Bloom gin, which is not a cheap gin.
Bloom.
It's not an outrageously expensive gin.
It's just Bloom London Dry Gin.
London Dry Gin, yeah. Nice product.
All right.
Trying this. It was...
Okay.
The label specifically says it's formulated for a very specific floral profile. I think they achieved it. It's a little different. It's nice. It's a really great martini cocktail. Martini gin, yeah. So,
all right.
So.
Let's see. Okay, so. The Bloom.
Bring from my chat.
Oh. I'm creating this, correct. Okay, 1/4 ounce.
I was going to create it, but if you have ideas, I will certainly fill in.
1/4 ounce of the blue curacao.
That's plenty of blue curacao, folks. Give me a small measure. Where's my smallest measure? Maybe I brought it over. That is in my hands. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
Can you hear the kids screaming in the background?
Got some screaming kids back there.
We have the windows open and the kids next door are screaming.
1/2 ounce. So I'm going to fill that about halfway to give myself a 1/4 ounce. That's plenty. In we go. Plenty of blue. It's totally blue
so
already.
Blue right now.
Totally blue. Definitely.
All right, so.
Color of money.
Do a 1/2 ounce Galliano.
1/2 ounce.
Which is a 1/4 ounce, which is probably all you've got. But you probably have a 1/2 ounce there. But
let's see here. It's not a lot. Another Dregs bottle. Time to get rid of it.
I think 1/4 ounce.
Time to get rid of it. I like Galliano. I didn't use it an awful lot, so I'm going to work with it tonight as of a 1/4 ounce. And I still have a tiny little bit of Galliano.
It's still way too blue. All right.
Kind of blue. It's getting there, though. I see sort of an aqua thing going on.
All right, I'm thinking a 1/2 ounce of lemon juice.
Let's give that a whirl.
We might need to add a drop of green food color. Do a full 1/2 ounce, yeah.
It's a nice full half. Now that's actually turning more like the color. That's a nice pool water color.
It's still blue.
But it's a pool water color, which makes me think of Hollywood. Hollywood. Yeah.
Okay, so, well, it's slightly green.
It's kind of good. I kind of like it.
It's a blue-green.
I'm going to stop there. What else do I need to add to this monstrosity?
I
was going to add some Marnier because, price.
I know, but you've already got orange liqueur in there.
I do.
All right, let's
see.
Figure this out.
I'm going to try the profile to see what else I want to add. Maybe this doesn't even taste good. No, it's not bad. It's not bad, particularly if I add the bubbles to it. I definitely need to add bitters. What's the most expensive bitters kicking around in there?
Let's see. Most expensive bitters.
That price can really go quite high, which is amazing for a 5-ounce bottle of bitters. There are some of them that we have actually bought.
Oh, here. Add some Pernod. That's perfect.
A little bit of Pernod.
All right.
Well, that'll kick up the Galliano. 2 big dashes. This, of course, looks for the world like a tiny little bottle of Tabasco. That's how it started out life. The smallest bottle you can buy is like 2 ounces, I think. 1.5 ounces.
Oh, now we got the sirens going.
There we go. Big fun, huh? Well, that's appropriate for Hollywood, too. I take these, we use it, clean it out, completely clean it out, and then refill.
Well, thank you, John.
Refill with
and Gettysburg, ma'am.
And it's liqueur, because you're only going to use a dash or 2. This works really, really well. Now, you need a tiny, tiny funnel to get in there, and such things can be had. But yeah, this is a Tabasco bottle, and this is my favorite little thing for tiny quantities of things. I need a dash. Yeah, it's better than a dasher bottle, I think.
This ice bucket was the inspiration for our new living room.
The entire...
We repainted, we redecorated, and this was the color palette for our living room.
Okay, this is interesting. We're not in bad places here.
All right.
You know, sometimes we do a drink and I say, drain cleaner, out.
Yeah, exactly.
And right now, this one is the color of drain cleaner, so it would be appropriate. So if it's terrible, it's got to go. But I am not going to stand on ceremony or waste time.
Be over budget.
Oh, you're going to fill expensive things in there.
You're going to add a splash, I assume.
Of what? I'm going to fill.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking.
I shook for a long time. I wanted this really cold. This has a little bit of water. I'm going to drain. Okay. My favorite shaker, which was in our store on Amazon, but I think they're no longer on the market, so I can't recommend them. Get yourself a quality shaker. This is called a Boston shaker with the 2 parts with the Hawthorne strainer. I like this a lot.
The Hawthorne strainer.
I found a strainer that fit this really, really perfectly. This actually fills the glass nicely, which means that we need to get this down, please.
Yeah, what?
Take a draft.
It's still sort of pool blue.
I need to add a splash. Kind of pool blue is actually better than the actual color of mine, to my mind. If this were really green, it would be disturbing. But pool water, that's very Hollywood.
I am really getting the Galliano here.
Yeah, and that's just a couple of dashes of. Well, no, it was a 1/4 ounce of Galliano, so that was plenty.
But you have the Pernod too.
Oh, you have the Pernod, so that's kicking up that.
Yeah. I like it.
As is straight up. This is a nice sour, with
it needs a note.
Hint.
It needs a note.
Hint of those things. So
it needs a note, I think.
First of all, making room so I can actually give myself a generous coating of the bubbly. There we go. That's good.
He's trying to coat himself in sparkling wine.
Kind of coating my tongue. And I will actually grab a stirrer and give it a stirrer.
I thought you were adding a straw for a second. I was like...
No straw. It would fall out of the glass. Have you ever been to a bar where you get a glass to the shape and they give you a straw? I'm like, what the hell are you doing? You can't put a straw in here. It'll fall out.
I have, actually.
And they'll do it, and I don't know what the hell they're doing. This is not a straw glass. It's a straight up glass. Honestly, that's actually distinctly different already, and I like it. I think I might like a dash of something else too, bitters. I think that would make it.
Thinking. I like it. It toned the Galliano down a little bit.
Yeah.
Thinking. It's so blue on the video. It's not quite that blue in real life. It's
pretty blue.
Pretty blue.
Let me see here.
Pretty
blue. It's very blue. I can see that from here.
Pretty blue.
Kind of blue.
Let's
enjoying.
See.
I don't think that this is by any means the most expensive cocktail that we could have made.
Oh, I know.
Within our grasp. I'm not talking about a 100-year-old bottle of cognac or anything like that. Absurd. It is, however, among the pricier things we could make here. And I think it works very well.
Oh, I love this. Oh, hi, Bossa Nova Life. Good to see you. Gotta have the bubble. Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
We're all about the bubbles tonight.
Positively
the
bubbles.
Yeah.
The bubbles are good. I was at an event last night where the featured drink had some fancy name, and I looked at it, and I'm like,
it was an Aperol Spritz.
Aperol Spritz. I said, well, I like that a lot.
It was like, they called it like the change maker or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
There was a good reason for that.
It was an Aperol Spritz.
It was a charity event. They're there for change. It made a lot of sense, but it was a Spritz. Yeah. And I'm like, hey, I'm good with that. If you want to like dummy up a name on a thing that's totally identifiable, fine. Because of the reason for the season. And the fact is, the guys at the bar made them well. And it was very refreshing. And I was happy all night. So there we go. Blue Velvet.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Gettysburg Ma'am says, I need neighbors like you two. My neighbors on one side are recluses, slightly the burbs-esque, and the other side, they're never home.
Oh, boy. I would be glad and honored to be your neighbor.
That would be amazing.
As a matter of fact, the house next to us is for sale currently.
Anyone who wants to buy a cheap house, the house next to us is for sale.
I don't think it'll be that cheap, and it's going to be a lot of work. So I'm not going to say that you ought to buy this house, but if you actually can do it,
it needs, it's underpriced because it needs a crazy amount of work, and there's no toilet, and the water's off.
I'm not going to say anybody who knows us should go buy that house.
It needs a lot, but if you can see past all that.
If you can put the work into it, you could get it for a very attractive price.
You can see past all that.
Yeah, this is the kicker.
The house next door to us is for sale.
I'm not really thinking that for this drink.
I was thinking just a tiny bit.
I was thinking bitters, actually.
You got bitter.
I have bitter what?
Well, you got, okay. All right. I have an idea.
I don't have any bitters in there.
I have an idea.
I was thinking bitters.
I have an idea. All right.
Okay. We will try these. These were among the more expensive bitters. Bogarts.
He's having like an artistic moment.
I'm just trying to make something and want to add
a bubble machine. We were just talking about that. We need a bubble machine for our film, actually. We're like, don't we have a bubble machine?
Thought we did.
Because we had a bubble machine in our crawl room one year at Ohana, but the DJ brought it. Wah, wah, we don't own a bubble machine yet.
There we go. Just a couple of dashes of that. I got a couple dashes left. Let me see if I can put that right back in.
Lisa, I love the old movies too. I watched Roman Holiday last night. I love that one.
You know, now this has this sort of disturbing slick on it, like somebody was murdered in this pool.
Bossa Nova Life, drop the link to your channel in our chat because people need to know about you. And
please, if you got something to tell us.
Our viewers need to watch your channel too. Mm-hmm. So, I love Audrey, right?
Yep.
Oh, Gettysburg Ma'am, thank you.
So
Jamie says blue velvet.
So.
Yeah, blue velvet. I love it.
So now we have this drink with that sort of like slick on top of it, as if somebody was stabbed in this pool.
Wait, now what did you add?
That's highly appropriate.
Oh, you added the
Bogarts.
Bogarts bitters.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I may modify this again. Who knows? I may make it again.
The over budget.
But it actually over budget like usually involves
how much did you
somebody
add?
Getting killed. So I just added 2 dashes. You have to be very careful. The Bogarts doesn't have a dasher top, so I have to pour it into a glass and very carefully slip it in. And because of that, I don't have this incorporated, so it's just got this eerie sort of a color happening on the drink. Also,
Bogarts Bitters is perfect for Hollywood.
Well, there you go. Hello. A little bogey in your drink. They're available at your finer liquor stores that can sell the
They're available
bitters.
At better liquor stores.
Well, you can find a certain brand at the supermarket all over the country. Good, because you want to have Angostura. And the Angostura Orange is excellent. And then they've got the cocoa bitters, also very good. So
now I'm just thinking, like, back in the day, classic Hollywood, they would say better, like, available in better bistros.
Better bistro. You know.
Available in better bistros.
Available in your better delicatessens. So.
Better bistros.
Float the bitters on top. I really just kind of slipped it in, so it's just sort of like that. And again, it kind of looks like, did somebody get killed in that pool? Now that's very Hollywood too. That reminds me of Sunset Boulevard.
I love Sunset Boulevard.
Now I'm thinking of Broadway. But with that tune, obviously it's a movie. Thinking about it.
Everyone needs a bubble machine. Amy says we should just like all on Wednesday evenings just start our bubble machines.
And if we do
at 8:00.
If we do at
8:00
the
Eastern
appointed hour on this show and the bowls start happening, I'm just going to start thinking of the Lawrence Welk theme. I'm just, that's it.
Yeah. What was that channel that used to have the Lawrence Welk show?
What was that called? It had all of the Wilburn Brothers show too.
Yeah.
It was like rural TV, something like that.
Yeah.
You could get that on the cable. I don't know if they're still kicking around.
Was it the cable or was it the...
It was cable. Okay. Or satellite. It was one of them. One of them had it. And they would play these fun shows. They were trying to appeal to a very particular audience. And I think, well, as long as you're going to show like these two classic 60s country guys with all of their guests, they had great guests. That was a lot of fun. So...
Right, I gotta wait.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even. I don't think it exists anymore because I can't find it.
I thought it was just rural TV. What do they call it?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Rural
or cable internet. Oh boy, no, this is really. You're gonna go way far afield here from what we're talking about.
I don't think the channel exists anymore.
Well,
when we first moved into the house, there was this channel we could watch that had like Jolly Joe's Polka show and the Wilburn Brothers and like all these crazy shows. But I
think our dance teacher turned us onto it, and she always called it Fat Joe's Polka Show because
she was called it Fat Joe.
Jolly Joe was a large individual, and he would sit there like doing the MC business there on his show, and then they were actually all these polka bands would just play for hours. Crazy. These dancers just have so much energy.
Sunset Boulevard, yes.
Yeah, but.
Oh, I love it. Okay, great. Yeah, people can check out Bossa Nova Life. Yeah, if you like this, you'll love them.
Enjoying a cigar tour at the Home Tiki Bar?
I know, perfect.
Where are you, sir? I would actually see you for one of such things.
I know, they're like 3,000 miles away, but
yeah, it's a real shame, isn't it? But hey, glad you stopped by, eh?
Wah.
You know, one of these days.
It's so funny to see the
these things will coincide.
It's so funny to see the people looking at the house next door, the one that's. It's cheap, but it's cash only, and as is. But they say on Zillow, oh, you can just walk up and go inside. Be careful. So we sort of watch the people go in there during the day. It's like, that might be our neighbor.
You never know what's going to happen.
Oh.
We had a guy renovating the place next door for an entire year, and he did not end up as a neighbor. Other things happened, but it turned out I think he got his price, which was good. He put plenty into it.
Oh, on this side?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, that house, this is the sublime, and that side's the ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The funny thing is...
Yeah. They have like a forest growing up to their driveway.
The three houses here, same exact house. Same exact floor plan. You look at it online, you take a look, you're like, wow, that's craziness. But there it is. And ours looked radically different from the house next door. Same footprint. It is very strange to think of that. But how you use your space is a very important thing.
RFD-TV. Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you.
RFD-TV. That's it.
Thank you. Oh, I was thinking to myself, rural TV.
We don't have cable anymore, so we can't watch it. But it was like a time warp watching that
all the ads were for like one particular tractor thing or another. It was pretty funny. And the fact is, they had good content down there. They had things that I was interested to see. We did actually enjoy the Polka show, and I thought that the Wilburn Brothers show was great. They had fantastic guests.
Amy's going to a polka party in June.
Oh,
fun!
Party. Salem. Well, there we go. You know, my hat here actually features a pin from the, I'm holding it right now, Buckland Gallery of Witchcraft and Magic. Speaking of Salem, Massachusetts, I found that pin
which is, by the way, in Cleveland, but okay.
Well, she was speaking of Salem, Massachusetts.
No, I know.
Everybody knows what's happening in Salem.
I know, Salem, witchcraft.
I was making connection to the Buckland Gallery. Buckland knows about Salem.
Cleveland.
Yeah. There was no actual witchcraft happening in Salem, I'm just saying.
That was a loose connection.
Didn't happen. That was a tight connection. I'm talking witchcraft and witchcraft. Hello. I'm just saying.
Oh, Jolly Joe. Cow Guy Close-Up. Oh, my God. Oh, there's an app.
Big Joe Polka.
Gosh. Okay.
Really?
All right, Jamie. Thank you. We need to look for the app.
Yeah, we can check that out.
That was nuts. Jolly Joe, all the people on their little polka dresses and everything doing polka.
People would dance for hours and hours.
Oh, I have a polka dress. I have a polka dress.
The polka nuts. I got to tell you. And the bands were just fantastic. They would just play. Amazing stuff. Of course, we local to us is the polka king of the entire United States.
Oh yeah, BT Dubs.
Yeah, right over there, Warwick, New York. You know what I'm talking about?
Florida, New York.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm
Peter
not gonna,
will know who you mean.
I'm not going to go like running any kind of contest right now. We're talking about Jimmy Sturr. He has won more Grammys than anybody else Grammys. Alive. So that's got to be a record. And his band plays amazing stuff. We've seen them on the 4th of July, right in town.
I don't think we've ever actually paid to see him.
No, I can't say I have.
We've seen him perform for free.
I have not supported the man financially, but when he did a show and it was around that time of year, I said, yeah, let's go see Jimmy Sturr. Great band.
All right, Casting Couch.
Gotta say.
Of all the poor taste. That's why we're going there.
Because Lisa demanded it. No, she didn't.
She didn't actually demand it.
But she gave us a good idea.
She didn't actually demand.
And you know, like you always need the straight man and the funny man. Well, straight gal, funny gal.
Oh!
She set you up. You're going to run with
Hugo.
it.
Good to see you.
Hey, you.
All right.
Pointy hat.
Oh, but New England Shake-Up. Oh, great. Awesome.
Oh.
Yay.
Wow.
All right. Cool.
Stuff is like that, my friends. Stuff is.
All right. The Casting Couch.
What's on a casting couch? It sounds really sleazy. Because it is.
I don't think we have anything actually that sleazy, but...
No. There used to be that, there was that liqueur that Liberace was hawking back in the 70s that was anise-flavored. What was it called? Chow. I think it was, don't say goodbye, say chow.
Yes. Yes, that was it.
Because we have the record for, like he had recorded for like my liqueur, and it's just another one of these damn anise liqueurs that all taste the same. So, I think you can find a full bottle of chow online somewhere if you look properly. Would you like to crack it? Probably not, but we can substitute.
Maybe we should call it, don't say goodbye, say chow. But what was chow?
What was the liqueur?
What was the flavor? Do we remember?
As far as I can tell.
All right, casting, yeah. Okay, we got a vote for Casting Couch. Let's take it back.
I'm trying to get a word in here edgewise.
Do it.
I'm saying that what was the actual flavor? As far as I can tell, it was an anise-flavored liqueur. Now, there are a lot of anise-flavored liqueurs. As far as I can tell, they all taste alike. Some of them would claim to have all sorts of flavor notes. Once you put the anise in there, that's kind of a one-note pony. So we have some things that would work just great for it. I have a tiny bit of Galliano, which we need to kill
One trick
anyway.
A dime a dozen.
Yeah. But that would be very appropriate for that. I think that you should retype Casting Couch because we said we were going to do it.
Okay. And
we can find something entirely appropriate. And actually, our audience knows full well we're not talking about actual harassment here. We're talking about classic Hollywood. So...
I'm thinking, let's see, what, I'm taking inspiration from Casting Couch.
You killed the name again.
I'm thinking...
You're getting cold feet on Casting Couch.
A dime a dozen.
That itself is pretty pejorative, so...
Thinking a dime a dozen. Ask me why I know that phrase. Anyway...
Dime a dozen? Dime a dance?
Dime a dozen. That's our Casting Couch. Casting Couch cocktail.
While we compose, I'll just have some more bubbles.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh, enchiladas. Enjoy.
Hello. I think there are enchiladas next door, as a matter of fact.
My friend Al, Amy says, my friend Al performs an original polka called What's the Polish word for polka? Polka! That's a great song. Oh, I love that.
That's awesome.
All right.
The polka itself apparently originated in... Can you tell us, Amy? I'm just asking.
Grabbing the tequila.
The tequila. Oh, interesting.
For a dime a dozen.
Tequila itself is not a dime a dozen. Not that brand. It's actually a very nice tequila. But it's also not an outrageously priced tequila. So...
It's a moderately priced tequila.
How much do you think you want to put in there?
1 ounce.
1 ounce, okay. So.
All right. And ounce of tequila.
So, think about that. Think about that. Oh yeah, absolutely. We quote Liberace when we can, because there are all sorts of fantastic things to quote about Liberace.
I quote Liberace whenever possible.
And the simple fact is that we're not the biggest Liberace fans in the world. That would be our friend Adam, who actually saw Lee in
and has a Liberace
action
tattoo
back in the day, and it changed his life. Now he's a performing magician, and he's amazing. And Lee is one of his big heroes. He just like in terms of showbiz.
I don't have an anyone tattoo, including Liberace, but
you know, he actually is a musical guy too. He's been a bass player forever. He played with a band I can't name on air, so it's slightly risque.
You could say toilet.
Not in that context. But the simple fact is, PMA, I'll tell you who he played with. And he's just a really great guy. You know, and I think he's an entertainer, like we are. And I really appreciate what he does with the cards.
Half-ounce creme de violette.
Makes you amazed. Half-ounce creme de violette.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep. This is going to be pretty. I predict. And half-ounce fresh lemon juice. Look, it's getting pretty already.
And boom.
And let's do some ginger bitters. What the hey? 5 dashes ginger bitters.
Boom.
Let's fill with our chilled rosé.
Shut up.
You should see what he typed.
If your fingers are not actually on the correct keys, then you cannot type properly.
No.
Still didn't work.
Let me do it.
Shut up. There you go.
Thank you. Chilled rosé sparkling wine.
There you go. Flute.
All right. Oh, I'm going to add a twist, but whatever.
I never added twists. Yeah, I did know that.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. All right.
Made it happen. A generous, yeah, that's a fill, not a splash. When you want to fill, you're really looking for a drink that is in that 75 category, and it works well.
I'm going to add filling with bubbles. All right. Now let's add a twist. All right, you can tell it's dry in here.
Because
twists are drying
twists
out.
are aridifying. Oh! You spent all that
First
time.
world problems.
All that time making the twist, and they're going to dry out on you. Well, you just put it into fluid. So that's
This is good.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. Well, the fact you just quoted Liberace. Oh.
I know.
It's time to sterilize the casting couch.
Ouch.
He owned the world's biggest rhinestone. Oh my God. By the people of Paris? I love it.
Oh, well, you know.
Yeah. Yes, they're all great pianists. Yeah.
The simple fact is that Elton really took his cues from, say, Elvis and Lee. He was really thinking about the glitter guys. And Elvis actually got the gold lame suit from Liberace. He's like, oh yeah, you need to wear that. He was right.
Gettysburg Man just ordered a bacon ranch pizza.
Oh,
that seems perfect for a night like this.
Okay, and Amy is saying?
Guessing it was Czech.
Yeah.
Because it ends in... Okay.
Guess what?
All right.
You're right. Polka is Czech.
I didn't know that.
Polka is Czech. Now, the simple fact is that area of the world
is
contiguous with so many different things. Funny things happen there. Of course, Pilsner beer originated in Czechoslovakia. That's the thing. People always think, oh, German beer. Yeah, well, that whole area is like that. Bohemia.
This is pretty. A dime a dozen is pretty.
Yep.
Oh, Lisa's mom got her into Liberace. I love that.
I would like to try dime a dozen.
Oh, you haven't tried it?
I've tried it. Yep. Glad to.
You can make your own if you want.
Very nice. I will in a moment. I'm not going to drink your drink. It's very nice with the twist in there.
I wasn't worried. you can enjoy of my drink.
You have the violette in there, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Hold it out. It seems very dramatic.
Nice item. Well, I feel envious. I need to do something, don't I?
I think so.
All right, elevator going down. So, get some ice in there because these glasses are warm. It's a little warm in there. We're not quite at the point where we're going to put an AC in the window.
Well, it's not quite as warm as it was earlier.
Yep.
It was really bad earlier.
It was actually pretty hot today. Like, if I were out there on the street hawking product, I would talk about like food or something. I would have been happy to be out there because it was really nice.
Step out and slip into something more spectacular. Yeah. I love it.
Please. Oh, please.
Love it.
You need to do so. I'm glad you could be with us for this amount of time.
So glad we had this
awesome
time
to see
together.
you. I'm not going to sing it because it's not my song. I'll get a copyright strike. But that's great. That's fantastic. Lee actually was a fantastic classical pianist. People might not think about it too much because he played so many things that were just sort of light classics and pops and whatnot. But he knew what sold, and he knew his audience, and he was just a great stylist. And he knew, like, he was bling before anybody named the term. Now that's something crazy. Bling. Like, oh, this guy's totally bling. Well, nobody knows what bling is in 1962, but he was. He was. So that is to be
Lisa was hoping we would have been in our tiki room next week. Assuming the weather's good, next week for sure. I wanted to get the Hollywood records behind us. But yeah, next week for sure.
I was looking for a record.
Assuming it's not freezing.
Yeah, assuming it's not freezing. It could always change back. You never know.
You really do never know around here. But
well, the simple fact is, I was looking for a record that would have been totally perfect in this display. I couldn't find it. And I'm kicking myself, but I will. And eventually we'll get to it.
Errol says, I worked in Turkey for a week with a Czech. He was upset because the refinery after hours supplied all the beer, wine, and booze we wanted. He was on a diet and beer was not on the menu. Oh, no.
Oh. That is really going to kick you in the keister.
Yeah.
I was back in the office just yesterday. I realized that one of my compatriots rejoined the company, actually Hungarian. And I was really happy to see him say he's been with the company nearly as long as I have. So I had a little conversation. I'm like, so good to see you, my friend. Still going well. So I'm thinking about that area of the world. And I'm thinking about what I need to do with this thing.
Are you at the straight bubbles portion of the evening yet?
I should be, but I will actually dose this up. Let's see here.
His hands just flew across those keys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No. He had that fast player thing. Sometimes he kind of sounds like stride piano, like that kind of thing. We're talking like,
oh my gosh. The day we spent at the Liberace Museum was just like one of the best days of my life.
It was pretty amazing.
It was so good.
You can't do that right now. I believe the museum is closed.
Yeah.
But wow, did they have some great stuff. And it was attached to the restaurant that he founded, which was, I forget.
The bar.
The bar was actually a continental cuisine. Yeah. And I'm totally spacing on the name of it. But yes.
Oh, Lisa says I would have just cheated on my diet at that time. Me too. I would have too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, under those circumstances, you might just choose the smart move.
Wait. Amy, I hadn't heard that. Oh. Amy says, I heard there's going to be a new tiki bar on the river in Newburgh this summer.
Hint, hint. Proximate to us. Think about it.
Okay.
Thinking about it.
I'm 100% in for that. Peter, are you still here? Did you hear that?
Just asking.
Tiki bar,
because local to you,
Marty,
local to
Nina,
us.
Are you watching?
Just asking
Tiki
because
bar, Newburgh.
Local to us.
All right.
So.
I am completely in for that. What are you making?
I forgot where I was going with this, so I have to recover that.
You could just start over.
No, I have to get it. I could be here all night.
It's like Mad Men when Don Draper forgets his brilliant idea.
Well, you realize that when there's a sequence in about the mid part of that series where one of the guys forgets an idea overnight and he's just terrified because Don is such an autocrat. And he goes in with Peggy. It's like, I had this great idea, but then I fell asleep and I spaced. And instead of chewing it out down, says, "Oh, I hate when I do that." Yeah. I think that's such a great moment because the guy admits that is life and these things
Hugo
happen.
is asking if we've done a Lawrence Welk cocktail. I don't think we have.
No.
And I love Lawrence Welk. I realize that, taken out of context, that sounds really weird, but...
It's kind of sounds strange. My grandparents watched Lawrence Welk all the time. I remember my mother saying that she...
We would have to involve bubbles.
Of course.
Yeah.
In the wine, hello. My mother said that she actually saw the Lawrence Welk Orchestra in, I believe, Warwick, Rhode Island, sometime in the 70s.
Now, who is this?
Who? Who what?
Who saw them?
My mother.
Oh, okay.
Mom.
No, I know.
Yes,
but I didn't know if it was your mom or grandma.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
My grandmother was quite dead by then, and she...
I wasn't there. I don't know.
And I remember her quote was, it was kind of boring. So I got to say, she was not a big fan, but I can appreciate, distinct levels of the easy listening thing. And I can appreciate Lawrence Welk, sure. I'm probably going to lean more into Enoch Light any day of the week. Because that's a specific
But if
thing.
you can watch the Lawrence Welk, the old episodes of the Lawrence Welk show, it's fascinating. It really is.
So, need to do something here.
Bubbles just went there. Yeah, exactly. Right? It's perfect. Are you having a hemorrhage?
No, I just don't know where I'm going. What can I find?
Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things life is showing you? Do you know? Clearly he doesn't know.
Yeah,
all right.
I lost it. It's gone. We'll never come back.
Ooh, welcome to the jet set.
Oh, I got it.
For so many years, I was like, oh my God, we live so far away from everything, blah, blah, blah. Now I see things like what Amy shared, and I'm like, I like my location. We're okay where we are.
Location has improved.
I know.
But
I'm like, maybe I won't sell my house. Maybe I'll stay here.
And it is not outrageously far. It is a little far. But it's not outrageously far from Amy, so we're glad if she can see us and we can see her. Maybe in between.
Yeah, Errol says, I don't mind Lawrence Welk, but it was into rock back in the day, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. But when you watch Lawrence Welk now, it's like, oh, all these people were on that I like. Yeah, it's crazy. Wait, okay, Eric says, okay, geek trivia. Lawrence Welk's orchestra supplied the recorded instrument samples for Mellotron. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Wow.
It's bullshit. So.
Love that. That's so interesting.
Now, let's see what happens here. Oh, yes, I will do that. Use some kind of Violette. I will use some Violette.
Wait, what are you doing? Hold on.
I don't know yet.
All right.
But I think I'm making it work.
Making it work. We'll call it making it work.
Mm-hmm. Gin drink, okay. Using the Dorothy Parker.
Oh, the Dorothy Parker, okay.
Mm-hmm. This is rose petal flavored gin. New York Distilling is a seriously reputable establishment. They make some
reputable.
Great product. I will sing their praises because we've used a lot of their product. It's really nice stuff. It is one of the New York distilleries that really does well.
Wait, what have you done?
I keep forgetting to use the peel, so I'm going to get one over here.
Wait, okay, what did you do so far?
Ounce of the Dorothy Parker.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a really long name. Half ounce, quarter ounce of maraschino liqueur.
Ooh.
There are those who insist that that's pronounced maraschino. They're probably right, but I keep saying what I've said for years, so there you go.
Okay.
Quarter ounce of lemon juice. There's lemon juice. Yeah.
Okay. What else?
I think that was it. Okay, so what's going to happen here?
Oh, Tangerine Dream. Okay, wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
All right, all right. Oh, hee-haw. Oh, I love this. Night, Gettysburg, ma'am.
Thank you so much. See you next Wednesday.
See you next Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Okay.
All right.
Right. What are we doing here? Okay, anything else besides these ingredients so far?
No.
Okay.
Top with your bubbly. We happen to be using rosé, which is very appropriate for Hollywood. That screwy belly hooey Hollywood. I'm going to slip in a quarter ounce of the creme de violette. I'm going to add a twist.
Jeez.
But that's it.
Anything
It
else?
looks complicated, but it's just a lot of words at the end of the day. It's a simple sort of thing.
Anything else you're gonna spring on me?
Nope.
All right.
This is it, and it is good.
How much creme de violette? Quarter ounce?
Yeah, quarter ounce.
Okay.
Thank you. I like our little logos here. If you're sponsors, you could actually see us on all of these cocktails tomorrow because they're provided to you. We thank you very much if you sponsor us through Patreon. If you don't know how to do that, let us know. But we have a couple of good little guys here to help us out with all that kind of stuff. With the Hooray for Hollywood. So, enjoying this little guy here.
I'm not logging off yet, so you sound like you're signing off, but I'm not ready to do that.
I just poured a drink. I'm here for a while.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's...
I will say one thing. The warmth in here is making my drink warm up fast. So I'm going to throw in a cube just to keep things cold.
I got a few drinks here, though.
The cubes will dilute things. Don't worry if you use one cube. That's not the worst thing in the world. If you filled it with ice, yeah, it's going to get pretty watery. So
I feel like we should bring our sushi over, though.
You need a little sustenance?
Oh, wait, I gotta catch up on the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Black and White Welk was kind of good. Exactly. Yeah. I feel like those are the only ones I've seen.
Back in the period.
Okay.
I watched a lot of color Welk back in the 70s because my grandmother
Moody Blues and the Beatles can thank Lawrence Welk.
Because of the Mellotron.
Yes.
Yeah. The Mellotron works on tape loops, so that's how that goes.
Tangerine Dream. Oh my gosh. Another one we went like PPBPLLTT. Do you know what that means?
Not the first clue, thank you.
You have to let us know what that means. All right.
Mm-hmm.
My brother reminds me of Junior Samples. His brother was a car salesman. What cocktail would Myrna Loy drink? She drank rye in the original Thin Man.
Well, here's the thing. In the first picture,
you know what?
She is seen drinking something with rye because he name checks it. And she's also seen drinking 5 martinis.
I'm not going to do that, but I can grab the rye.
Now, her 5 martinis were actually very small glasses. But they added up, and she was a diminutive woman and a character. So, yeah, that's going to hit you pretty hard.
I'm not going to do that, but I'll grab the rye.
Grab the rye. Pretty good idea, right? Mm-hmm.
All right.
Right.
All
yeah,
right.
But she would do the classics. this is what was available at the time. It included such things as the aviation, which I'm aping with this drink here. You can barely see a little layer of blue at the bottom of this drink.
Aviation?
Aviation? That's not what I'm calling it, but yes.
Man, Camp is not my friend tonight. All right.
Okay, so
let's see. The Myrna 75.
You gonna make that?
Yeah.
Okay, so good.
Right. Damn right I'm gonna make that.
You know, when you get a bottle of bubbles, you can go for a long time with these things as long as you keep it light.
Darn right I'm gonna make that.
Today, with 75. So many things going on, even in our lives, I'm thinking, yeah, pour it on, America.
Oh my gosh. Like, the whole insurance thing.
Real strange that I would have a real problem with insurance.
It's no joke.
But
I'm used to paying, like, you know, not a crazy amount every month for insurance for my house and car, but
for a single project, it sounds like the same amount of money.
Is that an ounce?
3/4.
Okay, 3/4 of an ounce rye.
Is what that is.
If you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
Thank you.
No. Decimal point, please.
And the Myrna 75.
Mm-hmm. What would she put in such
Definitely
thing?
Grand Marnier.
Yeah.
Need a little something extra. It's Grande. Not Grand.
It is?
Grande.
Okay, that's fine.
Not like the Grand Prix.
Just asking. I don't speak the language, so I can't tell you.
Half ounce. Grand Marnier. I feel like this is going to be in the bitters. Oh, because she's a, well, they called her a brunette, but
they drank cocktails.
Yeah.
So cocktails
I know. Okay.
bitters, so you need to do them.
I got this. Yep. Okay, so let's do the lemon first. Splash of fresh lemon juice. All right. And 5 dashes ginger bitters. And 5 dashes mole bitters.
Oh, wow.
And then we'll fill our bubbles. I'm excited about this one. I think it's going to be good.
This sounds like a lot of fun.
Thank you.
There you go. Getting low.
There's still bubbles in the bottle. My bottle's half full. And then I'll even do a twist. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Garnish with a twist. There was a twist in there, but it was an old twist.
I like mine with a twist.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Because you know how to make them. Mm-hmm. There we go. Just getting that down there to get out of the way. The Myrna 75 sounds fantastic.
All the drinks named after actresses are really good tonight. Just saying.
I guess you need to hit your wagon to a classic actress.
Rita Hayworth,
and she will lead you down the
White.
path to good stuff, eh?
Ah.
Oh, man. That's great. Man. Yep.
Oh my gosh, the comments are so funny.
Please go to town. We appreciate that so much. There's a lot of talk amongst yourself happening in this
I love it.
broadcast.
It's the best.
I'm very happy for that. Yeah.
Oh, Amy says keep it light. It's been a rough couple of weeks. Amen, sister. We feel
Please.
you.
It just keeps coming and coming and coming. And
Really
every day
does.
I'm thinking to
Really
myself,
does.
what did I forget? And then I remember and I go, oh.
Ugh.
But so do you.
Trying to ensure a motion picture.
So do you.
Even if that motion picture is 10 minutes long. No joke.
We're not making some dinky thing with the VHS machine. We're making an actual motion picture.
Just FYI, we're not using the VHS machine.
And it doesn't matter whether you're making something that's 2.5 hours long or 10 minutes long. It's the same moving parts and involves all the same things. So everything costs. Every single line item costs. And when we talk insurance, I'm like, you need to give me exactly what I need to make this happen because I'm not going to be exposed. I work for an insurance company. Got it?
I refuse to be exposed.
Yeah.
You tell them. Keep the spirit.
Exposure sounds like something different to you. I'm talking about financial exposure, which will screw you up. So yes, none of you should be exposed that way.
This isn't sounding less gross. But
you may laugh, but you should all be insured properly. Because none of you should actually be like hit with that.
Wait, what? Hold on. The bubbles aren't as interesting as the carbonated liquid that is producing them. Oh. Barry says, let's play a game. I'm going to create a name. And what will the character look like? The name is Schnurzel Demi. What? The 9 o'clock meeting I remembered at 10 o'clock.
Well,
financing is always associated with screwing one way or the another. I know. It's weird. Like, it's such a baptism of fire into the film business. Because I wrote a script yesterday. I intend to keep producing films.
You were inspired?
I was.
And you wrote something that's actually easier to shoot than what we're doing. And we might actually do that before this one happens. Just because we could do it fast. There's a lot of value in that, I'm just saying.
I'm a creative. I'm a creative, but I also, I'm kind of a business person, but, I need a budget. Aaron Spelling is my spiritual father. I need a budget. But, yeah.
He didn't produce things on budget. He produced things that were outrageously expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need an outrageously expensive budget.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, that works. If you have the financing, just saying.
I said that's what I need, not what I
need,
got.
not what I have. Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Well,
I'm thinking about. Yeah, I'm not going to say it. Whatever.
No, it's okay.
I was just thinking of this Rona Jaffe book I read, but I can't remember which book it is. So maybe we need to do our Rona Jaffe live video.
Rona Jaffe moment.
Sadly, she has passed away, but were she here, she might be interested.
She would.
Sure, so
because you sit in showbiz.
Monocle.
The
comments are hilarious.
True. I think you're right there.
Whew. Let's just enjoy some bubbles, shall we?
I'm enjoying some bubbles with a little bit of adulteration. It's not crazy heavy. The classic French 75, of which we've been riffing all evening, involves basically a full-size sour topped with bubbles.
Yep.
It's great. You have one of those, you're good. You have two of those, oh boy. That's why it's called a 75. So.
All right, I'm just going to look. Hold on.
No, take a look. See what's going on. We've had a lot of fun ideas tonight. People are really chiming in with great little asides for us to explore. I'm thinking about that. Where are you going with this?
Just looking. Hold on. Don't keep talking. I'm just trying to find a little something to share with our
yeah, we
people.
can do that.
But
we've been working with a lot of materials that we do frequently. And
trying to find you some insight.
Do some different things with them. I don't think I've actually put blended scotch into a 75 sort of container. And that worked really well. A lot better than I thought. I should have thrown a lemon peel in there because I have surplus over here. I will do it next time. There are some great things. Like I sort of did an aviation variation with this guy here, and it worked very well.
All right, hold on.
I thought that was quite nice. And
Wait.
what you got here has a lot of bitters in it. And we're going to actually pour on a little bit because it's good.
Right here, I have some hopeful words to share with you.
Please.
I actually hope they're hopeful. I just found this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mercury is in retrograde, which I know I sound like a loony, but it wasn't until a few years ago, and when, like, during Mercury retrograde, everything went wrong for me, and I was like, okay, this is real. But
I heard it.
I understand if you think I'm a loony for saying that. So I'm looking at what we have here. Although major transits are few and far in between throughout this week, there are some exciting ones to look forward to! Exclamation point. As the astrological energy continues to build, keep in mind that Pluto retrograde in Capricorn is in effect and that the eclipse portal is still activated. So make your decisions cautiously while remember to expect the unexpected. There are a few major transits this week. I'm going to stop there.
And you be done with that because
that didn't sound bad.
This could
didn't sound bad.
This could start being like a ton of major transits. I don't know.
Hello, Lino.
Uh-huh.
Yes, the French 75. You got that right.
Yep, absolutely.
Yes, we love a French 75 around here. 2 at the most.
This was introduced to me a long time ago by a coworker, and he made it well. And I thought ever since, yeah, I need to do this kind of thing. And then you look at what's in it, and you're like, this is a sour with a bubbly topper. Not that hard. Good kind of thing. Originally a gin drink, but you can make it with brandy. I will drink them both ways.
No, NASA. Oh my gosh, the YouTube people. Mm-hmm. This is hilarious. Oh my God. So Murray reaching for the kids in the back seat in Rushmore. Oh. Mm-hmm. So that's in retrograde. So why not Mercury? I know. It's BS. It's BS, but you know what? When something is BS, but it happens to you, it's like, oh.
That's different. The French 75 we make with frequency around here. If you make it according to original formula, it hits you like
French
a gun.
75 is so good.
We make it slightly lighter because we like to have a few rounds. That's a good thing. It's a pretty good thing. So we vary that a lot. You can vary that a lot yourself.
Is it time?
It probably is about that time.
All right.
Okay, folks. Good couple hours online on a Wednesday. I'm so glad you could be here with us for a bunch of drinks and some good chat. We're talking about a ton of stuff. We were talking about Hooray for Hollywood. It's going to put us into jail, but I love Hollywood.
Stuck in air. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that the thing?
Mercury retrograde. See the proverbial long walk off that short pier. I know. It's so stupid, and I know it's stupid, but there's like knowing it's stupid. It's stupid.
Yeah.
I know.
But the simple fact is, at the end of the day, you get right back where you started from.
I need something to prove to me that it's BS. Like...
What, Mercury?
No, yeah, because I'm just thinking about the Mercury retrograde in 2019 where everything happened to me. And I'm like, professionally, personally, it was just... awful. But now I'm thinking like...
Can you actually link that to the planet?
No. It's BS. But I'm just thinking like if now, during Mercury retrograde, if a million great things could happen to me, then I will let go of that stupid superstition.
I guess we need to make Mercury retrograde turn into Mercury success. And maybe we can do that, folks.
Mercury success.
Because it's going to keep on going on and on and on.
Maybe you just name next week's happy hour Mercury success.
Done. The simple fact is, retrograde is a perspective from Earth. How the hell could that be a problem with the planet?
Bitcoin and see what.
That's what I'm saying. Yep.
Oh my gosh, we love you guys so much. Lisa and Errol and Eric and Gettysburg, all of you, Julie, yeah, Amy.
Well, I gotta say, and I don't say this,
Peter.
I don't say this out of any sort of
all of you who are posting, Linnell.
I don't say this out of any sense of condescension, but I don't believe in Bitcoin. I believe in BS coin. And that's what I'm buying from here till doomsday. I'm just saying. Gonna do it.
I'm so afraid I missed someone.
That's a funny.
And if I miss someone, I'm gonna wake up at 3 a.m. and be like, oh my God, I missed naming someone. Yeah. But these things haunt me.
Folks, we've had a great, at this point, couple of hours with you this evening. We've had some fantastic drinks and conversation about Hollywood and all that BS that is Hollywood. And all those fun things.
Oh, good night, Julie. Amy,
a lot of television.
Peter,
we
Lisa,
live on television.
Errol, Eric, Hugo, if you're still here. Dan, if you're still here. Anyone who's still here. And if I missed you, it's going to wake me up in the middle of the night.
If you're still watching, I so appreciate it. But at the end of the day, no matter where you are,
haunted.
And no matter what you do it with intent. And we'll see you soon.
Good night. Oh,
it's in there somewhere. Yep.
It's over here somewhere.
Yeah.